My name is Jeremy Pelt, and I'm a trumpet player, composer, and author, and I'm very excited to be here at Jazz at Lincoln Center to debut my extended piece in celebration of Mother Africa. I always think about a story. You know, I was a film scoring major in school, and so ever since I was a kid, I've always been interested really in how the music assists the story, and this is no different. So for me to come up with something musical, it has to have something that's surrounded by a much larger story, whether it's something that's an actual factual story or something that is fiction sometimes. What comes to mind and what I think I wanted to avoid about how a lot of people perceive anything that's African when we think about what when we say Mother Africa is a lot of times primitive. I think a lot of people think of Congos and things that are indigenous to the continent, sure. But when I mention Afro-futurism, it's all encompassing of something that goes beyond even that instrumental texture, and it points to really the richness of the land, the greatness of the land, and the prophecy, of the future. Certainly, I think the music will speak for itself, but it was always very important to me in approaching it to really get it out of what I think a lot of people perceive of when they think of something that's coming from Africa. So the full title of the piece is Masks, the Folklore of the Mystics. It's very heavy on the storytelling aspect. Mysticism is something that is very connected to masks in Africa. And, as an aside, I love going to museums. So anywhere I go, I'm on the road, I'm at a museum. One of my favorite museums in Paris is the Rodin Museum. And so I was so taken by a lot of the sculptures that, I wrote music for that. There was another one that was focused on the masks of the Congo and in different regions in Africa. And when I go and see these exhibits and I'm looking at looking at the masks and reading about the usage of it, there's something that it just begs for music. As a musician, and composer, how could you not bring something to this? That's where I chose to focus on was, the mysticism of it all. Charlie Pelt is my firstborn daughter. I have 3 kids, and they all play instruments. Charlie, I remember, because she loves to sing too, but she selected the flute a few years ago. And, whenever they come stay at my house, Milo plays the trumpet, and, I can't help but be proud about that as a chip off the old block. But Charlie was the one, he doesn't really practice as much as he should, whereas I just hear, Charlie, sitting on the top of her bunk, just going over exercises. And I was like, wow, she really sounds like something. And it's just grown and grown and grown. And, every time I get a chance to go and see her recitals and whatnot, she's clearly a standout. And so as I was writing one of the pieces, I said, I'm not gonna call Charlie to do it. This is how you know she's my daughter, because she says, yeah, I think I'm available. I think I'm free. Well, great, thank you. So excited to have her.